welcome, and yes, we are live right now talking about everything bikes. Basically, we will be getting your opinions and your points of view on everything big that happened from the weekend in MotoGP. And, well, there certainly was a lot to talk about, wasn't there? Yes, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the fallout and your opinions. Loads and loads and loads of comments flooded in over the days since. It's hard to already think that it's Thursday after the event, to be honest, because there has been so much happening. My name is Lester. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we've got Kiko Giles here on the show once again. Hello, good evening, Mr. Kiko.
Good evening. My goodness, Ian, for a show tonight. So it's been a little while since we were here, but we are back. And, you know, this will be a big show. We want to hear your opinion, not controversy. After that, what was supposed to be British Grand Prix, and that to be great British shout. We'll get on to that. Lots of news besides, of course, come. I've already about the part out of MotoGP. He's off to the World Bikes. We've some fab to look for this weekend. We've got some new, all kinds of from the MotoGP paddock across all classes. We've got some more news for you. We've got a lot of stuff coming week. You on the Super Show. Miss it. Of course, we are going to start with the latest news section of this. So, as always, we need the new to us. Thank you for comments coming in. Stuart, everyone. We don't care if you're in California or not at the moment, but thank you for putting that out. Good evening to you. Sun out there in the States. But all the latest news coming up. So MotoGP, last time you were on the show, Julian Ryder joined us, and we
tell you what, Kiko, because it does sound like, and I know anyone tuning in right now will think that we've got an issue, but we genuinely don't. It's only just sound like you've got a bit of an internet issue. Apologies for that. Anyway, don't adjust your internet browsing screens. Anyway, it's just a little audio issue. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bash this on the head, sort it out, and just make sure that we've got all the correct things in the correct plugs and everything. And come back to you very shortly.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team. Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team. Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team. Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team. Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team. Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
This is Motorsport Radio. Join the conversation and have your say on motorsport-radio.com. Motorsport Radio. The Superbike Show on Motorsport Radio.
This is the Superbike Show on Motorsport Radio. My name is Lester. Hello and good evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. We've got some live interviews coming up right here on Motorsport Radio for you with Jake Archer and also from Josh Owens as well. Two of the a handful of British Grand Prix wildcards at the weekend. They'll be coming up here in the next few moments. So stay tuned for that. We're just attempting to get Kiko back online so he doesn't sound like a Dalek. I have checked, and it's definitely not me this time. Don't worry. But yeah, while we do that, we will tell you more about the brilliant Motorsport Awards, which is fantastic initiative, which is actually happening in the December. It's December the 9th this year, and it's a brand new thing all about awarding unseen, hidden talent, people who deserve to be, I suppose, recognised in that they should have won an actual award. And we thought, well, should we call it a Motorsport Radio Awards? We thought that's, to be perfectly honest, probably a bit too obscure. I mean, who's going to want to win a Motorsport Radio Award? A couple of people, probably, maybe me. But yeah, no, we were delighted to be able to actually look around and see that nobody else had ever called themselves a Motorsport Award. So we thought, yoink, we're having that. And the Motorsport Awards is now born. Check out the website, motorsportawards.com. And Motorsport Radio is proud that we can say that we are the official broadcast partner of the Motorsport Awards. So yes, that will be happening on December the 9th here on Motorsport Radio. And yeah, you can vote for pretty much every single type of category. It's not all the usual ones that you usually think of. And it's you can vote for the best rider, the best driver as well, because we want to hear about all sorts of different things, including industry awards as well. Best insurance company. Well, that's kind of useful to know as well. Who isn't going to rip you off? Who is going to pay out if you have a big accident over there in a foreign country outside of Europe, for example? A lot of controversy involving a news story in November in that some insurance companies probably don't pay out, and to much surprise. So we're going to award lots of different categories, including maybe even best commentator as well. Kiko can't win this year for that, much to his dismay. Neither can Dan Marr, the other Cool Fab Racing British Minibikes Championship commentator. He cannot win either. I know, terrible, but yeah, because if you do know potentially any commentators who might be up for winning a Motorsport Awards, get in touch with us and let us know. It's .com, and that is literally as simple as it gets. Motorsportawards.com. And yeah, the Superbike show will continue in just a couple of moments' time with hopefully a less stuttery Kiko.
Hi, I'm Callan O'Keefe, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing British Superbike team, and this is
Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Joanne Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Linfoot from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
This is Motorsport Radio.
Yes,
Join
we're
the
back.
conversation and have your say on motorsport-radio.com. Motorsport Radio. The Superbike Show on Motorsport Radio.
Shambles, tell you. It's the Superbike Show here on Motorsport Radio. My name's Lester, and Kiko Giles should be hopefully with us momentarily. He's just nipped off to tell the world about ironically enough, about Silverstone. Yeah, we kind of have to take a seat on that little moral high ground there regarding that anyway for this weekend, because we did anyway certainly have a massive pile of what was it, Kiko? A load of let me shut this music up for a second, this is getting on my nerves, but yeah, Kiko Giles joins us once again. Hello Kiko, how are you sounding, how are you feeling?
Good evening. Am I still a Dalek?
No, you're all right now.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Unbelievable, yeah, but the way irony works, folks, is that you have a brilliant 2-hour packed show whereby you not, I wouldn't say slagging Silverstone off, but clearly mistakes happened at the weekend, and you know we were gonna like point fingers and go, haha, you couldn't get a circuit ready, that's your one job. And well, for the past half hour, we couldn't get Kiko sounding properly. So anyway, let's move on, shall we? Just pretend that didn't happen. Anyway, welcome, Kiko. Should we start again? This is the Superbike Show. Hello, good evening, welcome.
Good to be back in my normal form.
In your box.
Lots to come tonight, eventually. MotoGP news, World Superbike news, a bit of British Superbikes news coming out today, actually. Some massive news coming out regarding Silverstone.
It's very big news, very big.
But we have some Silverstone gossip coming up a little bit later on in the show. But I suppose the best crack on with the news list.
I don't even know what the news is. What is well, apart from the obvious, in that, sometimes problems happen at big international circuits, just like they do on big international online radio stations as well. These things can be easily forgiven, and it's nobody's fault necessarily, Kiko.
But both can go unrecognised, Lester.
Exactly. We need to just sweep everything under the carpet and just ignore it, and let's just move on to some other news.
Yes, MotoGP. We discussed last time about the Mexican Grand Prix possibly happening and Finland may be coming on. Well, those two are not happening now. No new rounds for 2019. There will be a provisional calendar unveiled at Misano, which is next week. So no Mexican Grand Prix or Finnish Grand Prix as planned for next year. Maybe they listen to our show on that and our advice from Julian Ryder. MotoGP. Bradley Smith is to stay in MotoGP one way or another. Does that mean test riding role? Does that mean a full-time role? Is he in there for these a vintage Ducati ride? Who knows about that? Franco Morbidelli and Fabio Quartararo rumoured to go to the SIC New Sepang Racing Yamaha team and have done so. That was confirmed. Ramon Forcada moves across as Franco Morbidelli's crew chief, and Wilco Zelenberg, ex-Grand Prix rider and current Movistar Yamaha tech guy, moves over as team manager. So that's going to be very interesting. To all of the German and Austrian fans out there on our show, good evening.
Hello.
Service TV will be giving you 5 years more of MotoGP coverage. That's on your televisions.
Yay.
Yes, of course, that affects us absolutely nothing. Cal Crutchlow has got a 1-year contract extension. Moto 2, Tom Lucy will be at the Dynavolt Intact Moto 2 outfit for 2019. Kyle Ledan-Powie will be at the SIC Moto 2 team next year. Xavi Vierge will leave the Dynavolt team and go to Mark BDS. Marco Bezzecchi and Philip Ertel are at Tech 3 KTM Moto 2, the new project. And talking of new projects, Envy Augusta come back, and Romano Fenati has been confirmed as one of their riders. Going back to a team he was with previously, back in 2016, of which he took 2 wins and 5 poles, Sam Lowes goes to Gresini Moto 2, the Federal Oil team, replacing Jorge Navarro, who is off to speed up. So lots of changes in Moto 2, lots of new teams coming in as well, rumoured to be, and one of them is the Angel Nieto team, of course, losing their spaces on the MotoGP grid. They've invested in 2 brand new KTM Moto 2 machines, and they will be on the grid, although on the Moto 2 grid, although we don't know their riders. In Moto 3, Albert Arenas and Raul Fernandez will be in their team, though. So that's your Moto GP, Moto 2, Moto 3, quickly and concisely summed up. That's your news there.
Excellent. Quick question, though, for you. How will, with their star rider, Mr. Paul Espargaro, I can never get his name right, so I won't bother.
Paul Espargaro. When is he going to be back is the question. We reckon Misano, Aleix Espargaro, is going to shed some light on that for us. He predicts that Paul will be there for Misano. He's quite a tough rider, is Paul Espargaro. If I was to bet on it, I'd have Loris Baz on standby. I wouldn't be so sure that young Paul Espargaro gets out in time for that. But yeah, that as far as the question goes on when he's going to be back, he thinks Misano. A lot of people will think Misano. I'm going more Aragon, maybe.
Interesting. Well, yes, that certainly is. And you are going to be at Misano, aren't you? Or was that embargoed news? No, I think you've been telling the world about it.
I might be there being let out.
Is the accurate description? Yes, let out for the day.
I'm bringing my black and white checkered shoes, though, and to all of the world, I will fit right in when I'm strolling through the Vatican on my empty Thursday.
Let's not. I'd rather talk about Brexit than the Vatican, to be honest.
Oh, great!
No,
because,
no. That was
Italians-
just no. Would be the operative word for that. Right. Okay. So that was the basically the MotoGP 2 and 3 news, and we will have. By the way, if you just joined us a bit late, where have you been? We've been going for ages. We have. But the big news basically is that on tonight's show we will be having two of the wildcard riders from Silverstone from the weekend. Mr. Jake Archer coming up in the next 25 minutes or so, half an hour, and we'll be having as well. All the wildcard riders. I mean, who were they at the weekend? In case you don't know, Kiko.
Well, yeah, Josh Owens, Jake Archer, we had a bit of Tom Booth Amos as well. Some rumours had Jake Dixon on that KTM, but of course that turned out not to be true. So we had a lot of good young talent out there across all the classes, really, apart from MotoGP, but our Brits shone whilst the sun certainly did not.
And we will be chatting to Mr. Josh Owens in a short while, getting him on the old dog and bone to talk about how his disappointing weekend went, and trying to gloss over that and looking forward ahead to the future, where he can hopefully give us some good news about what he'll be doing and telling us about his season so far and his career to date, really. If you don't know much about Josh, he'll be on the line very, very shortly. And other news then, Kiko, while we just go and get Josh on. World Superbikes, what's happening? Are they still on their 4-year break?
They are still in. I think they've just ticked over onto their 3rd century at the moment. They will be back around the 9th century, though. So we're getting there with World Superbikes. Another colossal and pointless summer break coming for them. Ridiculous. Bautista, though, MotoGP ace, Alvaro Bautista, shall I add, making a move over to World Superbikes, and that is something I cannot wait to see. If you haven't watched previous shows, I might have been a bit of an Alvaro Bautista fan. That's because I am one. Massively underrated rider. He's going to shake up World Superbikes next year. He's going to the Aruba.it Ducati team. Replacing Marco Melandri is the interesting fact about there. So no Italian in the Italian team. I found that incredible to believe, really. So Marco Melandri, double race winner from the first 2 races of the year, of course, back at Phillip Island. Not got a ride so far. Oh dear. World Superbikes also sees Miguel Oliveira. He's going to run his World Supersport 300 team at Portimao's on wildcard. A little bit more World Supersport news. Hector Barbera, the MotoGP reject from last year and then thrown out of the Pons team for drink driving. He's going to be in World Supersport for the Puccetti Kawasaki team. Of course, their rider Keenan Softwoglu retired at the Italian round of the series back at Imola. So a little bit of World Superbikes news. Not a lot of rumours really with World Superbikes, apart from everyone is having a nice 9 weeks off, I think. Ridiculous.
Is that what it really is, 9 weeks? That's...
It's like when Question Time goes off, at the end of...
he was devastated, he was, at the end of the season.
I think it was at the end of June it goes off, God knows. That's like when Parliament goes into recess. Ugh.
Yeah.
Awful.
The inner workings of Kiko there, revealing quite a lot about what he watches.
Not tonight, though.
Not tonight. Right, okay, so a couple more minutes before we get Mr. Josh Owens on the line. I think we might actually be able to get him on the camera. That's what we're trying to do. If not, we'll try and get him on the blower to talk about his weekend and such. We'll be also... We're taking your comments this evening because over the weekend, Kiko, we asked quite a few questions and there was an understandable amount of... opinions, let's say, and we're going to try and be really, really sort of careful about trying not to say one thing or the other. But for
once, I'm not going to be controversial. I mean, we don't
have time. We wasted half an hour of controversy time, did we? So
I know.
Yeah. So if you have any comments about what happened at Silverstone at the weekend, and you'd like to express those comments, as well as us reading out previous comments that flooded in since Sunday, we will read those out in the course of this evening. But you can get in touch with us tonight. It's at M Sport Radio on Twitter. It's Motorsport Radio on Facebook as well. It's hello@motorsport.radio on the email as well. Unbelievable. We do email. Yes, and you can just leave your comments in comments box below. Kiko, you're currently looking for a couple of comments that might have flooded in since the weekend. Anything that you found?
Apart from Stuart Everard saying he's in sunny California, nothing too much indeed. But of course, lots of comments coming in about Silverstone. We're not going to really talk about them now. We're saving that for later on in the show. Silverstone was a massive catastrophe, really, from an organisation point of view, from a circuit, from a Dorna point of view. In a way, a little bit of a shambles. Can I use that expression without being shot? It's not ideal. Again, we're going to have to be careful how we say it. I've put an article, if you just want to get my personal thoughts on it, there's an article on the motorsport.radio website. Go and check it out. That's all about, instead of dwelling on how much negativity there was from the British Grand Prix, it's more about moving ahead and looking at how we can resolve it from a championship point of view. Of course, we've lost a whole round of the championship now. And also from a fan's point of view, because a lot of fans went and sat in the uncharacteristic wet British summer. And it can't be finished as it is. It's all right saying, well, deal with it and move on. Okay, but it's how we move on now. And I think there's a way. Check it out, motorsport.radio, where MotoGP might just still be saved after what was a pretty farcical Silverstone round.
These things do happen, unfortunately, and there was. I mean, what about the opinion that it could have and should have been run on the Monday? Why might that not have been logistically possible?
There's a thing that we have in this country called a bank holiday. Unfortunately, the other 195 countries in the world didn't have a bank holiday, and that therefore meant that there was quite a lot of logistical nightmare. People thinking that it's going for the teams would rather go for a test than race. Absolutely not. You test to race. Can I just be clear? But there is more. The British Grand Prix this year, it's the first time in 38 years a race has been cancelled. Last time was Austria in 1980 for snow. There was a way this all could have been avoided. We'll come on to it later. And the Monday race, not the solution. It's all right having everyone put in place for a Monday race. And, okay, had it not been a bank holiday, maybe we should have had a Monday race, because then there wouldn't be one sole nation being favoured, the British public. Yes, it is the British Grand Prix, but, you know, massive worldwide television audiences as well. You know, we have to look at it from a practical point of view. And, you know, it wasn't for me. I would have rather it's been run in more near warm-up, but again, we'll come on to that later.
I guess the organisers, just to give them the benefit of the doubt, they didn't actually know that it wasn't going to be, that the problems that they were, it's a bit like, I suppose, going on air, not knowing that, you know, your microphone's not exactly working. You don't know until you've actually done it. It's no point saying, well, you know, you should have sorted all this out before the schedule, sort of thing.
It's like people are blaming Silverstone. Well, hang on a minute. I don't want to go into too much detail. I do want to talk about it in much greater depth later on. But people blaming Silverstone like they knew that this was going to happen. No. Well,
it's never happened before, and I think it was...
MotoGP, they bent over... Silverstone accommodated MotoGP incredibly well this year, if you look at on paper. Whole new resurfacing, lots more investment and promotion into the MotoGP event over F1. Really taken bikes on board, even if it is the BOAC that have a massive influential part on Silverstone. But they weren't to know that this was going to happen. And it comes back to my point. I've said it so many times. Should cars and bikes be racing on the same circuits? Because ultimately...
Well, not at the same time, but... Well, I mean, you can't...
Ultimately...
There just isn't the infrastructure to have a separate one of everything in every country.
Well, no, but that's where some countries have Formula One races and bikes don't, and vice versa. There's a reason we go to Qatar and Argentina and Jerez and Le Mans and Mugello and Formula One don't, and there's a reason why Formula One goes to Hockenheim.
Well, there's different safety standards. It's not because it's necessarily a bike track or it's a car track.
And smoothness of circuit are all safety. As we saw with the Alex Rins, Tito Rabat, Jorge Lorenzo, huge pile up down at Stowe Corner. That was all on safety. The only reason the water didn't drain away was because the surface had been ground down, so it was almost like an impermeable surface, so there was no infiltration of water through the rocks. That's the only reason that we had that crash, because right where the MotoGP bikes are breaking in is right where it's like sheet ice anyway. There is no grip. It's completely flat and bald.
If you've got any opinions on this, maybe some different ones that maybe Kiko doesn't have, or you do genuinely think that everybody just dropped the ball, that it should have been raced on Monday, regardless of everybody else's flight schedules and other things. Yes, the marshals might have been available. I don't know if every single marshal was consulted, or paramedic or safety person was consulted. But in theory, yes, during the bank holiday, it's a bit more easier to run a race on a Monday than it is to perhaps cancel it. But like Kiko said, it's not a bank holiday everywhere else in the world, so let's just bear that in mind. I don't know. I'm just trying to balance things out. Maybe I don't have any great opinion either way. But we will take your comments on it, and we will want to know what you have to say on the matter. Right, so this is the Superbike Show. My name is Lester. Kiko Giles is here, and later we'll be taking all your comments, as I mentioned, about various things, including Silverstone. And right now, well, I'm pleased to say that joining us on the line, hopefully he can hear us. Hopefully there's no problems. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Let's not do a Silverstone. Oops. It is Mr. Josh Owens. Hello, Josh.
Hey.
How are you? Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your evening. You can hear us okay, first of all?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, yeah.
Fantastic stuff. Right, so, Josh, Kiko Giles has a huge bag full of questions for you, all about, I guess he'll ask you himself as well. So Kiko is on with Josh right now. Go ahead, Kiko.
Josh, thanks for coming on the show. First of all, I hope you've dried out from Silverstone. That's the important thing before we go any further. Silverstone, absolutely soaking wet. Firstly, how was Silverstone from your point of view? And how was the setup to it all? Because it's not the cheapest of things to do. A British Grand Prix wildcard is not cheap. So talk about the build-up to the event, first of all, and then talk about the event itself. How was it all from that aspect?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's not cheap to do because obviously the budgets there are just so great. Obviously, you've got the use of tyres and, they go through a lot more. And then you have to also rent one of their engines just to make sure that no one's cheating and stuff like that. We also have to use their ECU and stuff, so that's all covered in the budget. But I mean, obviously, when you go there, the setups are just totally different to BSB and stuff, and hospitality suites and all that's definitely another level. Obviously, when you're in the garage and stuff, you have to make it look a bit more professional. But no, I mean, it was a good weekend, and it was good to be there and good to see what how the other half live, basically.
And Kiko, you can hear Josh okay, can you?
Not at all, I'm afraid.
Dear, oh dear. All right. Hold on one little second. So we should probably explain, Josh. Skype. Should we blame Skype, not Silverstone?
Yeah,
I think.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Let's blame everyone else but ourselves. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
I heard a third voice.
Yes. You should be able to hear him now. Say hello, Josh.
Hello.
Hello, Josh. At last, connected.
Fantastic.
I hope, just for my sake there, we'll go back over. I don't know if you've just said anything about Silverstone or the build-up.
Yeah.
We'll go back over it. First of all, how was Silverstone to get to, and all that build-up towards it, all the hype about getting to the home Grand Prix, your first Grand Prix with the Moto2 bike, and all the obstacles that were in your way, so to speak, and all the challenges that you had to face, and talk about your experience when there, because, of course, young British lad, big British hopeful at the British Grand Prix. it's a moment you want to experience.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was definitely a big build-up. Like I said, there was a lot of money to fund, and I can't, everyone who chipped in, even from the crowdfunding and stuff, I can't thank everyone enough, really. But yeah, there was a big build-up to it, and it was all a bit last minute. So I'd just like to say thanks to Arthur and stuff for allowing me to enter at such a late entry. But yeah, I mean, it was a big build-up, and it needed a lot of money to try and find and stuff. But no, I mean, I've always wanted to do a Grand Prix, and obviously when the chance got given to me, I was made up, and luckily it all came through, and I got the chance to do it. And I mean, when we were there, it was just unreal to just see the teams and stuff. And obviously previously I have done Junior World Championship, but even again, just the level when you go to Grand Prix is just it's another level again. But no, I really enjoyed it, and it was nice to be there, and it just felt like I was at home. Really, it just felt like this is where you want to be if you're a racer.
It is the pinnacle of the sport. I mean, I must admit, watching you in the wet warm-up on Sunday, I thought, hello, we're gonna have a bit of a shock here, because Sam Lowe's fourth, just going through the order now. Sam Lowe's fourth, 11th for Danny Kent, and then your name, Josh Owens, 13th, right in behind Brad Binder, who's won a race this year, ahead of the likes of Luca Marini, who's been on the podium in the last two races, Lorenzo Baldassari, who was a double winner this year already, Joan Mir off the MotoGP next year. There's some names behind you there that, people would say on paper, who is this kid? And just talk to us about your story to the World Championship. Of course, you're in the GP2 class at the moment in Britain. You've been in the Junior World Championship with great success. So just talk to us a little bit about that and your path through your career at the moment.
I mean, when I started young, like we all have to these days in any sport. But I started when I was a young kid on the Metrokip GP50s with Fab Racing. Where the likes of Brad Ray came from, and Scott Redding started there when he was a kid, and just gradually moved up the classes from there, and then I ended up getting my license, my ACU license, which allowed me to go on to the bigger circuits. I did rode the Aprilia 125s, and then I moved from that on to the 125, which then allowed me the Honda RS 125. Which then allowed me to ride in British Superbikes in 2013, I think my first year in it was. And then I moved from that year into Mark Hodgson, Neil Hodgson's dad, team on a 125 in 2014. Struggled a bit that year with a bit of pressure and stuff. And the next year I rode my own bike, ran by me and my dad on the last year they ran the 125 championship. And it was a good year. Just enjoyed my riding again, and it sort of shown. And I won that championship, and then from there we bought a Moto3 and we ran that in 2016 in the British Championship. And I enjoyed that and learnt a bit. And then I got offered the ride in CEV last year. But it was on the same bike, and unfortunately we just didn't have the budget to go on something a little bit new, which meant we had to ride the 2013 Calyx, which had already been proven that it wasn't the best in even the World Championship, and people struggled. So we knew we were going to struggle when we got there, but it was a good learning curve. Even just to be there and get there was amazing, really. Even if the bike wasn't competitive, it was just amazing to be there, and I learned so much, and it's made me a lot more of a mature rider, just riding there for a year. And then I came from there and moved back to the UK, got offered a ride with Ryan Saxelby on the Moto2, because it was all a bit, again, it was a bit last minute, always seems to be with me. They were talking about the rules and stuff, and they didn't know whether they were going to run it or not, and it all eventually came off that the rules were going to run how Ryan wanted them to run and how they should be run, the Moto2 bikes. And then he sort of just came along, then he bought the bike, and it just all started from there, really. Like I say, we've had no data or nothing really this year, so it's all just been a massive learning curve for me. Obviously, learning how to ride the 600's totally different to the 125 and Moto3. And then obviously Ryan's also had to get his head around setting up a big bike, because it's totally different again setting that up to a small bike. And I've just just slowly been getting there. And I think we are definitely starting to get there now, from both him learning how to set the bike up and me as a rider. We're definitely getting there. And then it was obviously
you came to prominence, I suppose, this year. So just to cut across, this year at Thruxton, that was when people really, I suppose, started taking this GP2 class a little bit more seriously. Was Thruxton? Did you come good at Thruxton? I mean, you was building up to, Brands Hatch was good. Thruxton was pretty sensational. Did Thruxton come at the right time for you, so you could get in the spirit for that home Grand Prix for Silverstone? Was that win timed pretty much to perfection?
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely did help. I was struggling a little bit with self-confidence up until that point, really. As far as my riding went, and it sort of took a bit of time and a bit of encouragement from my team, really, from Ryan, just to say you can do it. It was only in that second race, it was all a little bit. I was sat there thinking, I can't do this, and then I just managed to get past Kyle, which was pretty easily, really. And then that was it. Just thought I'm just gonna have to see if I can make it stick now, and I just kept on pulling away. But it just felt comfortable. It felt comfortable the last few rounds, like Brands, it felt easy, but I just couldn't seem to quite make it. I just couldn't seem to let it work the way I wanted it to for some reason. Like I say, when we were at Thruxton, it just seemed to all click together, and yeah, it definitely helped my confidence a little bit, and it just made the decision a little bit easier for both me and Ryan to decide that if I did turn up at Grand Prix, I wouldn't make a fool of myself.
With the GP2 class, obviously it's not a new thing for this year, but it's a lot. There's I suppose it is a new thing for this year. It was kind of tried and tested last year with Alistair Seeley, but it's come into its own little class now within the Supersport category. Do you see it taking over the Supersport category? Where do you see the future for GP2 racing in Britain, for example?
Yeah, I mean, definitely for sure. I think it's going to take off because it's a natural progression, really. You're going, for me, this year was just going to be on a stock 600, but I never really wanted to ride a stock bike or just a road bike, because I've always rode Grand Prix bikes and I've always wanted to stick with that route. So for the likes of the Moto3 riders who are riding in BSB, it allows them to make a natural step onto a Moto2, which can then also keep the development going from, if you do want to ride in Grand Prix, that opportunity is still there because you're constantly riding Grand Prix bikes. Obviously, the 600 market's dying down, obviously on the road due to the changing in regulations for the license. So not many people are buying 600. So there was a lot of talk about manufacturers stop producing 600s and so on. So it made it look like the class was a bit of a dying thing. And so that it was just the next step, really, the next big step. And then obviously with the class in Moto2 changing this year from Honda engines to Triumph next year, it means there's just going to be a massive market for the Moto2 bikes of now. They're going to start becoming up for sale a lot more cheaper than what they have been because teams just want to get rid of them. So it'll turn out it'll just be as cost effective to run a Moto2 bike as it is to run a Supersport bike with tuned up engines and stuff. With our bike, you could basically go down to a scrapyard and pull a CBR 600 engine out of it and still be able to compete at the front.
They are the CBR 600, obviously quite an old bike as well. If you was to, away from Moto2, more back onto you as a rider now, if you was to give yourself like a 5-year target, where would you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see Josh Owens being? What championship, with what achievements? What's the goal?
I mean, obviously, for sure, everyone wants to be at Grand Prix, don't they? And I mean, deep down, and after the weekend riding there, it didn't feel like I was out of place. It didn't feel like I couldn't be there. It felt like with a little bit of time and a little bit more work, with them, obviously the tyres were totally different, which it just takes a bit of learning. It felt like I could have ran with, I could have been a contender maybe at that level. So for me, I really would love to be in there 5 years, and I think, try and get up there, and I think it could happen if everything falls to place with budget and money and stuff like that, and trying to just get in with the right people. But apart from that, I would just like to keep my racing career going. Obviously at the moment I'm still working and as well as riding, But I'd like to be able to one day say that, I'm a full-time rider, and, obviously at the minute with work and training and riding, it all sort of is a bit much. So sometimes it feels like I'm putting in not as much effort as what I'd like to from the training side of things. I wish I could just dedicate myself to my racing, and I'd like to say in a few years that's what I could do. But obviously, depending on money and stuff, where I end up, what championships and stuff, obviously, no matter what I enter in, I just want to be competitive, really.
Back to the British Grand Prix. Your race obviously got cancelled along with all the others. How would you think a bank holiday Monday race would have solved the issue? Do you think that a Grand Prix would have gone ahead then? How would you have made sure, or tried to make sure, that the racing carried on in some capacity?
For sure it could have been possible to do, but unfortunately for me, it was a big round and it was a big opportunity. But for them, it's just another weekend racing. It's like BSB races get cancelled all the time, and unfortunately, this thing happened. But for them, it was just a normal weekend away racing that just didn't go to plan. Whereas for me, it was a big disappointment. But they've obviously got a lot more things to sort. They've been testing this week at Aragon yesterday, so it meant they'd have had a day to get to Spain and set up with the bikes and stuff ready to test. So for them, they had a lot more logistics to sort, and it was more down to the fact that the factory teams just didn't have enough time to be able to race on the Monday, as well as going and doing the testing and getting to the next round. I think more than anything, really. For sure, if they weren't testing and didn't have to go to another race, it could quite possibly have carried on running. But at the time, they just didn't have the time, and obviously the track conditions weren't great on Sunday, so they just couldn't. It wasn't possible, really.
How would you now? Looking forward to next season's British Grand Prix, should there be one, of course. What solution is there now for Silverstone to host a British Grand Prix? Because surely Britain is not a country that gets sunshine throughout the whole year. We do have rain, and British circuits should be equipped with that. So can Silverstone recover from this to host a MotoGP event in the future?
For sure, because really it wasn't Silverstone's fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, and the tarmac was good enough. Obviously I was riding around in the wet, and I had loads of confidence in the grip levels, to be honest. It was more the standing water, which had been caused from bumps. Well, it wasn't so much bumps, and everyone struggled, and that's why we were even slower in the driving. What previous years, everyone really in all classes was roughly 2 seconds off the pace. And I think that was just down to the ripples that had been caused in the tarmac. And I think it was just one of them things that we'd had a hot summer and the tarmac was fresh, and they ran Formula One there. And obviously Formula One, the G-forces they create, I think it's just pushed the tarmac and caused it to ripple. And then obviously when it's rained, it's allowed the water to just settle in the bottom of it. And then when we've hit it, it's just aquaplane. But unfortunately, that's got nothing to do with the tarmac or the drainage. It's just the way the circuit has been formed, and no one can help that.
They can't. They absolutely can't. And do you think, with the decision that's been made today for the British Superbike paddock, so yourself next weekend, to run on the national circuit, do you think that is a good idea, or do you think that they should have tried and seen what it was like when they got there on the Wednesday and Thursday?
Yeah, I think Stuart Hicks is just obviously wanting to make sure that the show will always go ahead, because he doesn't want to disappoint the crowds and stuff. And obviously he's got TV to think about, and rider safety also. If it does rain, and unfortunately it isn't safe to ride on a track which you'll hit the brakes and speed up. So you sort of got to think about that. But if it's going to be a dry weekend, then yeah, it'd be a bit of a disappointment because we won't get to ride the full circuit. But then if there is a chance of rain, then at least we know the meeting will still go ahead.
Yeah, and it's important to get a meeting of some description going ahead than, literally what happened with MotoGP and have the cancellation of the main race day. Finally, then, before we let you go, what do you see the target being for the end of the year? GP2 class champion, I suppose, be where your target is set at the moment?
For me, for the end of the year, I'd like to be able to claim the first title of the GP2 class. but also to be able to know that every weekend we can be a front contender in the super sport class and just show that the GP2 bike or the Moto2 bike is a competitive bike against them, which I think they are. And I think with just the right, the right amount of time, setting them up and just finding the right setup and learning how to ride on properly. They definitely take a certain mentality and a certain riding style to be able to get one to work. But I think definitely that's just the aim, to win the GP2 class and then also prove that the bike can be a front runner in the overall category. And then, work on trying to secure a ride for next year and just see what can happen. Because, obviously we're coming to the end of the year and I still don't really know what I'm doing next year and what my plans are. There's a lot of things that just need to fall into place. And once they start falling into place and I know where I stand, that's when I can start working on obviously finishing this year off with a good ending and work on what I can do next year and which way to go.
Josh, it sounds promising for the future. We wish you all the best in your plans ahead and all of the best of wishes as well for your GP2 championship for the rest of the year. Josh, thanks for joining us on the Superbike show on Motorsport Radio.
Yeah, no worries. And I'd just like to say a massive thank you to all the people who've actually got me to this point, if that's all right.
No, that's fine.
So obviously, there's Asco Engineering who I work for, and they allow me to have all the time off. And I know I'm a bit of a pain in the backside for it because I'm always away racing, but they still allow me to work there and pay me a wage and lets me keep living. There's obviously Metfloor, which is another big sponsor for me. Puteline UK, 151s, Spine Optics, P3 Tuning, XL Trucks, Euro Diesels, Oxford Products, HJC Helmets, Tower and Staff, Ashby and Croft, DSM, Direct Diesels and Commercial Services, all them people. And if I've missed anyone, I'm sorry, but everyone who's there, thank you very much for helping me, and especially Paul Owen and Annie Owen. I wouldn't be here without them, and just thanks to everyone and thanks to the team. Can't thank everyone enough, really. Thank you doesn't justify it. And
Josh, thank you.
Motorsport Radio, the Superbike Show on Motorsport Radio. Motorsport Radio.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ray from the Kawasaki Racing Team.
Hi, this is Nick Hamilton.
Hi, I'm Jamie Chadwick.
Hey everyone, I'm Bradley Smith.
Hi, I'm Julian Zacco.
Hi, I'm Bradley Wright.
Hi, I'm Seb Morris.
Hi, I'm Dan Lingford from Honda Racing, British Superbike team, and this is Motorsport Radio.
It is the Superbike Show here on Motorsport Radio. Hello and good evening. My name is Lester, and that was Josh Owens talking to Kiko Giles, and he seemed like he's sort of shrugged off most of the soul-crushing disappointment of not actually racing at the weekend. He seemed in relatively good spirits. Did old Josh there? It's a pretty good interview, I'd say. Well done, Kiko.
Oh, thank you very much, Lester. It's very interesting to get his thoughts back at Silverstone. I must say, looking back at that, very cool, calm and collected, considering all the money that went into that effort. So, Josh Owens, definitely a start for the future. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, certainly, and he touched on all the money that went on, not only from the Josh Owens camp as well, and maybe we'll hear about a similar story as well from Jake Archer, who's coming up in just minutes right here on the Superbike Show on Motorsport Radio. But we've also heard from fans as well who were lucky enough to be part of the British Grand Prix experience at Silverstone, and you can't say anything bad about the anyway. So Silverstone, there was a few disappointed fans at the weekend who communicated to us that about the cost of going to some of these events. And sometimes, Kiko, we do forget that the cost of actually attending these races isn't just the ticket prices as well, because as a lot of people have been in touch with us to say, they've spent anywhere between 600, 700, 800, 900, best part of £1,000 on actually attending the event at the weekend. And that's not just on ticket prices. Ticket prices is just a really small, tiny fraction of that, as many people been in touch on the Wednesday. In fact, we put out a question. We asked people to send in their responses and tell us, basically, didn't we, Kiko?
We did. Sandy Best said £380 camping and tickets, plus £60 fuel and £200 spend whilst there, plus new camping gear and shopping before, probably about £900 all in. Oh God, that's the first time I've looked at it like that.
Wow.
What a way to do it. Tracy French Dixon said £320 on tickets and camping, £100 fuel from Scotland. £50 on food and drinks, £50 on food and drinks to bring with us, £80 whilst there. So again, way in excess of £500, and we don't know how many people that was either.
Understandably, yeah, there was a lot of people who perhaps didn't even want to tell us because they were a bit embarrassed. Understandable. I don't think if I'd just spent best part of say £800 to £1,000 on a family weekend out. Yes, I'm probably going to end up spending that money anyway, and that's okay. But you kind of feel maybe different about it because you've spent that amount of money and there was no actual race, apart from a British Talent Cup race, which we'll talk about maybe later. But yeah, loads of comments. Any more people daring to reveal how much they blew away?
No, but we've had a lot of comments saying Donington Park, get it back to Donington Park. Definitely Donington Park. You can't have it anywhere. Bring it back home, Donington Park. Can I just say this? There is absolutely no guarantee that Donington Park would have been able to hold that Grand Prix if it rained. We don't know.
Yeah, nobody's saying it would have definitely happened.
So why does it matter? People forget that the weather is out of everyone's control. However, what is in their control, what is in the Silverstone's control, is how they get their resurfacing done and how the organisers mitigate these circumstances.
Let's not forget, they have raced in very bad conditions before at Silverstone.
At Silverstone. With the bikes.
It's racing in the rain is not that much of an issue. As you correctly pointed out, it's... probably the fact that, it was definitely the fact that that they just couldn't clear the water up from the track, which seemed to have buckled, as Josh was just telling us, from Formula One. And the press conference on the Sunday at MotoGP, I actually watched, I think, all of it. And I forget exactly who it was, might have actually been Race Direction, did say that they asked Silverstone, or they wanted the track to be resurfaced after the Formula One race, but wasn't possible, understandably so, because there wasn't enough time. But yeah, it sounds like they identified a problem at that weekend, as did, rather famously, F1 world champion Lewis Hamilton, who also said that Silverstone wasted its money on the tarmac because it was crap. He didn't say that, but it was.
This is what happens, you see, when you go to pound stretcher for your tarmac. So this is why Chris Edwards has walked out of pound stretcher. You see, I watched it, Channel 4, Saving Pound Stretcher. Maybe we'll have a new series called Saving Silverstone if it don't get any better. Who knows?
I wouldn't compare in any way pound stretcher to the home of British motor racing and the home of Formula One.
£1,000 stretcher, maybe.
Yeah, more likely. But yeah, that's just another thing that Kiko has been watching over the past few weeks. Yeah, let us know anyway if you went to Silverstone. Someone actually said that they actually got their tickets almost for free because of I think it was a birthday present or something like that, and they only ended up paying for a few drinks, basically. So it was a pretty cheap weekend, and I think that's the way to go. Get other people to buy your tickets, basically.
Yeah, waste everyone else's money.
Exactly, that's what you really need to do. But if you want to join in on this debate, and this debate will carry on, basically, you can do so. You can get in touch with us at M-Sport Radio on the old Twitter. It's Motorsport Radio on Facebook. Or you can leave your comments in the comments box below, wherever you're tuned in to this. This is the Superbike Show. It's Motorsport Radio. Hello and welcome. If this is your first time of ever tuning into us, then you're more than welcome to do so. We had, just a moment ago, Josh Owens on the line, and he was mentioning previously that he originally started out, Kiko, as of course, you will know and I will know, as competing in, I think it was did you say the Mini GP 50 or the 70s?
The 50s, yes. 50. The Cool Fab Racing British Mini Bikes Championships.
And the Cool Fab Racing British Mini Bikes Championships is what we've got this weekend. Yes, just to give you a very small bit of a preview and perhaps a look back at one of the most infamous incidents, not involving the Mini GP 70s, but still, this clip
or 50s
went viral. They did race in the rain, I can tell you. I'll just set this clip up a little bit. It started out perfectly dry. Oh, well, slightly. A lot drier than this, anyway. And this was the Senior Minimoto second race. Kiko and Janmar commentating on it. And, see for yourself.
Big battle for second place. Ryan Grant has at the moment got it. Will Howarth has got third as they get a drag to the line.
They've gone down.
Two have gone down. Will Howarth just about, did he avoid it? Who was that? Ryan Grant went down. They're going to run to the line. It's a 100-metre sprint and they just about get there. Two on the grass.
My goodness
we
me.
We've decided to chuck ourselves on the floor in sympathy. Who was that? Ryan Grant. Matt Birkin was the one who got second. Will Howarth third. Ryan Grant, despite falling over onto the line, does not get on the podium. And Josh Birkin takes the remnants of all the debris that is scattered across the start and finish line. Sixth place will be Chris Yeomans. I don't know about you, but I think that's a stretcher for depression he wants. Not that there's any injuries there. Unbelievable. And a gentlemanly handshake. What a finish to that. And that will be, of course, on our cameras if you've just tuned in there. Head in hands. Ryan Grant, I grant you that was a silly error indeed.
My goodness me, what an end. Richard Holmes Williams did not get to see that. 9.4 seconds ahead of Matt Birkin, who just, with a photo finish, they were going
over the line. Hilarious clip. Certainly, I should have sent that in, Kiko, to You've Been Framed. Certainly, I would have got my £250, I think. Is that what you still get, I think, for sending in clips? But yes, that clip there of the previous round at Glenagor's. Beautiful Glenagor's, despite the weather. It's even nice in the rain. Although, I suppose...
Looks like Killington Services there, doesn't it?
What? I don't get that.
The lake and the greenery alongside. It's like on the way back from Mara.
Right, okay.
Of course, I would know what a service station is.
Okay. But yeah, Cool Fab Racing, exclusively live audio and visual radio coverage this weekend of round 7 of 8 of the championship. This weekend on Motorsport Radio. You can check it out on motorsport.radio. And Josh Owens was previously one of their riders, and maybe one day he'll perhaps even come back and sort of compete and as maybe one of the adults, maybe after he's been in Moto 2 or maybe even Moto 3, just like Danny Kent once did, I think last year, maybe 2016, I think it was, with his along with his brother Kieran Kent, I think. Is it? Am I getting these names right? Yeah, Kieran, that's his brother, isn't it? I'm sure.
I'm saying nothing.
Okay, Kiko doesn't know, but I know. I was there anyway. So Danny Kent, also, and Brad Ray as well, a almost usual attendee at the Cool Fab Racing British Mini Bikes Championship, as is this man as well. And we're very pleased that he is able to come on the show once again, and not again, but for his first time, in fact. Please welcome Mr. Jake Archer. Hello.
Hiya.
Hello there. So, first of all, I just want to clear up. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Kiko, can you hear Jake?
I can indeed.
Perfect. Excellent. Not that we've been having any technical issues this evening or anything, but anyway. So, yes, Kiko, again, take it away. But, Jake, thank you very much for taking your few minutes out of your evening to come on the Superbike show.
No worries.
Right then, Jake, where to begin? Thanks for coming on to the show. Let's talk about the British Grand Prix for you. Back there again this year. Unfortunately, a little bit wet and no racing action. How was it from your perspective, the British Grand Prix 2018?
Well, it was probably the most difficult weekend we've had this year. I mean, we struggled all weekend with bike setup and we didn't really get it right until morning warm-up, but that was cut short with dry time. We only had like a lap and a half, but everything felt perfect compared to the rest of the weekend. So it was quite disappointing that the rain come when it did, because I think we'd found the setup and it would have been interesting to see what we could have done in the race.
You must also stress that you were coming in to the Silverstone round off the back of a pretty nasty crash at Thruxton after being taken out. How are things with your, I think it's an ankle injury that you picked up back at Thruxton? How are things?
Yeah, well, everything's it's a lot better now, but I'm still struggling a little bit doing a certain few things, but that's a lot better than what it was after Thruxton.
With the Silverstone British Grand Prix not going ahead, how do you go into the next round of British Superbikes? Do you think, well, never mind, that's behind us now, let's focus on getting this Motorstar Championship wrapped up? Or are you extra motivated to put on a bigger show for the fans? How are you approaching the Silverstone round of the British Superbike Championship?
Well, probably with the way the British Grand Prix went, it probably motivated me a little bit more because I didn't have the opportunity to prove myself the way I wanted to. So if I come back to BSB and do it that way, then at least I can show that I can actually do it.
You was at the British Grand Prix, I believe, last year as well. How did the experience compare from 2017 to 2018? Do you feel a bit more comfortable on the bike? Did you feel more of a natural leader because you had Tom Booth Amos in your team last year as well?
Yeah, it definitely felt a lot more comfortable this year around, but I mean, it was 2 seconds slower than what I went last year, so the times were nowhere near what we should have done. But I mean, obviously it's disappointing, but I did feel a lot more comfortable and I felt like I should have been out there, whereas last year I was trying to soak everything in a bit too much and sort of enjoy the experience a bit too much, whereas this time I've gone to do a job and try to prove myself.
What do you have to do differently at MotoGP? The tyres might be a little bit different, everything's all a little bit different, the culture of the paddock's a little bit different. How do you adapt to that as a rider?
I mean, it's sort of hard to adapt to the way they ride as well because they just do things a lot differently. Like, just they get on the gas so much early, and it's just hard to adapt the way you normally ride. Like I say, I've been riding for the past 3 or 4 years to adapt in a weekend how they ride and be able to do what they do. It's just hard to be able to do it. So I think it is difficult going for one weekend as a wild card to try and do everything and try to be up there with them lot when obviously the machinery is so different. And yeah, it is difficult.
Was it harder this year in 2018 than it was in 2017? If you was to look at it from like from a competitiveness point of view, was it harder or easier or a little bit more the same?
It was a bit of both, really. I mean, in some ways it was easier because the pace was a little bit slower this year. So if I'd have had the setup right, I think I would have been like maybe top 20 and would have been there or thereabouts. So in that sense, it was easier. But obviously, because we didn't have the setup and we were struggling all weekend, so in that sense, it was harder. So it's sort of a bit of both, sort of easier and harder in a way.
Back into your main class for this year, the Motorstar class, how is that going? Obviously, we had a little bit of a hiccup at your home round down at Thruxton, but apart from that, championship leader, decent lead as well in the championship. Sure, you've got to be looking at being the champion at the end of it all in Brands Hatch in October.
Well, yeah, I mean, the season's pretty much gone nearly perfectly, obviously, apart from the little hiccup at Thruxton, but just the aim is now just to obviously beat Storm because he's my main title contender at the minute. So if I could just put as many points into him as possible and obviously get the championship wrapped up as early as I can. So hopefully he can go to Brands with a little bit of pressure off me and enjoy the weekend instead of having to ride and think about the championship and obviously not crashing and injuring myself.
With, say you were to be champion in the class this year, where would you see yourself in 2019? Is it an option to stay in the UK? Will you be looking at the Junior World Championship, for example, maybe going over to Grand Prix full-time? Where would you see yourself next year?
Well, I mean, we have an option at the minute to stay over here and do Moto2, but ideally the plan is we want to take our team out to Spain. Obviously, I want to go out there, but I don't really want to go out in a Spanish team because the boys that have gone out there have sort of been buried out there. So I want to go out with our team because we know we can do everything. But I mean, it's going to cost like £90,000 to £100,000 just for the year. So I mean, obviously it's very difficult to be able to do it. And
is that something that maybe the sport should focus more on, and that's trying to get costs down a little bit for young riders like you? Because it is an extremely expensive sport. Motorsport in general is quite expensive, but bike racing, you know, we're always racking up high amounts of money to try and get entrance fees and whatnot. You hear some riders in leading Superbike teams taking like over £110,000 to one team, and if not the rest. What would you do to try and keep costs down a little bit for the younger talent?
I mean, it's sort of hard because obviously the way things are now, you've got to spend the money to be on a competitive bike to be able to do anything and get noticed. So I think in this day and age, it's sort of hard to be able to keep the cost down. I mean, you just got to obviously get really good sponsors like I have. I mean, we're really privileged with City Lifting and Cavara projects because they put a lot of money into me in the last couple of years and just helped me out a lot to be able to have the machinery and be competitive. Obviously, be with an amazing mechanic like Ryan.
Ryan has been around for a long time. Building a Moto3 bike and a 125 bike in the past, how good is he on that lightweight machinery? What are his best skills that keep turning a good bike in year after year? It's always going to be a winning package in some capacity. How does he do it?
Well, I mean, it's sort of difficult because he just knows everything. I mean, you go to a track and you say it's like doing something, he just knows every bump at every track, and he just obviously was really good on working on the 125. It took him a couple of years to get his head around the Moto3, but now he's got his head around it. He's incredible. It's just his knowledge and everything. He's just unreal.
He is a bit of a whiz. I've got to give him that. You know, been able to. I mean, I think he rode his own bike a few years ago. So and he rode that pretty well. So he is a very, very good rider and mechanic and builder of bikes. Back to the kind of more the grassroots level. Cool Fab, of course, is where you've been before. How much does Cool Fab help the young riders get to where they need to be for the future? You've seen a load of riders coming out there, such as Bradley Ray, Scott Redding was at Fab Racing once upon a time, as was Danny Kent. How good of a grassroots kind of breeding ground is Cool Fab?
I mean, back in the day, it was perfect because obviously you have all the talent there that was coming through. So obviously you're learning off everyone. I think it's probably better now because BSB, they're obviously involved with BSB, so you've got all the big teams sort of like involved in it as well. So I think it's just a massive gateway through to the British paddock, and then God knows, you see what happens from there. You could get taken on to, let's say, Junior World Championship or something. So,
do you see yourself coming back and maybe doing like a one-off adults race anytime soon, or is it purely focusing now on going up through your career onto the world stage?
Well, I think, say once I've got the championship wrapped, I could probably go back and do a couple of races on the pit bike or something. But no, I definitely would like to go back and just, go back to where I've come from and just show my face in that.
I asked Josh the same question. If you was to give yourself like a 5-year plan, so to speak, where would you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years' time?
Obviously, everyone's dreaming. You want to be in the GP paddock.
In what capacity? Would it be Moto3, Moto2? We've seen in 5 years, Marc Marquez can come from 125 straight into Grand Prix. So what championship would you be looking at?
Well, it depends, obviously, how early we can get into there. But obviously, I'd probably be aiming, say, Moto3 or Moto2, because going out there, it's going to take at least a year to learn all the tracks and learn the way they ride. So I think once you've got your head around everything and be able to prove the talent you actually have got, then yeah, I'll say probably Moto2 in, say, 4 or 5 years or something.
Is Moto3 in Britain like kind of helping you a lot, nurturing you a lot? Are the bikes that you guys are on quite comparable to what's running out there on the World Championship scene?
Well, yeah, but I mean, when we went, we had an 18 engine, which we thought was going to help out a lot, but because we didn't have all the little bits to go with it, it didn't really help as much as we was expecting. We're still like 13 kilometers down on the quickest bike, so they have obviously got that little bit more straight line speed, but it's not all the bike. Obviously, they have got bag loads of talent, and they obviously know how to ride to the best of their ability.
That's very true, and in a way, it's the World Championship for a reason. The very best teams, very best mechanics, very best riders are all there. Final question then, Jake, coming into the last few rounds of the season, you'll be looking to get the championship wrapped up as soon as possible. We've already said that. Last round of the year, is it going to be like a big, not swan song, but big kind of party atmosphere if it's already wrapped up? And if it's not wrapped up, how would you go into that last weekend? How would you approach it? Same as any other weekend?
Well, I think I'd have to, because if I was thinking too much about the championship, obviously you sort of maybe crumble a little bit under the pressure. So you if I haven't got it wrapped up before brands, you just got to think of it as any other weekend and try not to think about too much of the championship, because if I carry on the way I have, I should have a big enough lead in the championship to be able to go in and not have to push 100% and take the risks that I normally have to. I just have to sit comfortably, say, just behind or just in front of Storm. So, I mean, obviously the aim is to have it wrapped up before then, so you can go and just relax and obviously, yeah, have the party atmosphere a little bit. But if I haven't, then just sort of just go as a normal weekend and just sort of forget about the championship and not take as many risks as what I have been doing for the whole year.
Jake, it's been great to have you on the Superbike show. Thanks for your insight from the British Grand Prix. Wishing you all the best to get that championship wrapped up and hopefully go on to much bigger and greater things in the future.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem, thank you.
Hi, I'm Callan O'Keefe, and this is Motorsport Radio.
You can have it till you can't take no more.
Motorsport Radio. The Superbike Show on Motorsport Radio.
Fantastic to hear from Jake Archer there, as Kiko was saying, a former and maybe still future Cool Fab Racing British Mini Bikes Championship rider, maybe, who knows, once he's wrapped up his normal business. He said he'd like to have a go out on a, what did he say, it was a pit bike? Why not? Hey, this is the Superbike Show on Motorsport Radio. Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. Right, we are taking your comments and thoughts this evening on not only what you've heard tonight, on what Mr. Josh Owens and Jake Archer had to say about their Silverstone experience, but were you at Silverstone? Did you lose a lot of money because they didn't race? And if you get refunded tickets, will that only be a small, tiny amount that you actually end up getting refunded? Kiko's been all over the comments. And has there been anything flooding in, Kiko?
Nothing on the live stream, I'm afraid to report, Lester. But going back to the some of the other comments that have come in, Daz Tops has said, I don't think that's the top of a Daz washing powder box. I'm not sure, but Daz Tops said, definitely not worth putting riders at stupid levels of risk. However, unacceptable to be cancelling a GP. Silverstone should be ashamed.
But it was cancelled on safety grounds, though.
It was cancelled on safety grounds. This is such a difficult one because there is no way that race could have gone ahead on the on the Sunday.
Yeah, once the riders have decided it was unsafe, then you can't go back and say, we should have done it this morning, or maybe we should do it tomorrow when, it's not logistically possible, perhaps. I understand what it's a tremendously difficult decision to have to make. And I think, was it the first time in 38 years that a top flight, top class event had been cancelled or not run, or what had happened? When was the last one? 1980?
1980, I believe it was the Austrian Grand Prix. I think that was actually held in the Salzburg Ring. I don't want to swear to that, though. I feel like it should have been.
Before my time.
I'm not sure. I'm just having a little look now.
Something Kiko doesn't know.
The Austrian Grand Prix was taken off the calendar due to snowy conditions. The race was held in April, probably the worst time for a race in Austria. But if that's saying it was taken off the calendar due to snowy conditions, were they there at the time? If not, we're probably looking at a longer distance when everyone had qualified, everyone had, done the warm-up, everyone had set up.
Yeah. Paid their entry fees, for example.
Paid their very costly entry fee. Unbelievable set of circumstances. I mean, I must say, we had my granddad was here, and he was watching it, and 4.5 hours, and just hoping that this Grand Prix would happen. 5 hours of a little bit of uncertainty, and we couldn't believe it. Well, we looked at each other and just think, that has just been cancelled. Unreal.
I asked the night before on social media at CoolFab, at Motorsport Radio on on Facebook, at Emma Sport Radio on Twitter. I was looking at Confab, that's all. But I asked the night before the event anyway. I put out a picture of touring cars, F1 and MotoGP, which were all taking part on the same day. And I said, you can only watch one of these things. What do you choose? And everybody said MotoGP, yada yada, and insulting the others. And I just found it mildly amusing that MotoGP didn't even happen, to be honest. But yeah, a lot of comments flooded in on that. Many we can't read out because, as I said, they were all slagging the other things off. But yeah. And also, as well, we asked on social media, where should the 2019 British Grand Prix actually be held? Should it be at Donington or should it be at Donington? And amazingly, we have 100% of people, and this has never happened before, all saying
the same thing.
Donington.
Unbelievable. I wonder why.
But yeah,
I did actually have someone message me saying, you do know both of your options say Donington Park. I said, yes, it's meant to happen. He said, so basically what you're saying is it should be at Donington.
We put that out actually before the event was actually cancelled, because it was like hour number 4 or 3 after the shambles had started. And I turned up late anyway because I was in bed and I thought, Jiminy Cricket, I've missed the race.
Unpatriotic.
So I thought, well, sod it, I'll just watch Formula 1 instead. And then that started at 2 o'clock or whatever it was. So I thought,
10 past
2. So I'm completely ignoring all social media because I don't want to know the results of the other things. I'm ignoring everything else, basically. So I watched Formula 1. Yeah. It was all right. And then I thought, right, I'll go back and watch what happened at Silverstone. And I'm like, what? I thought you'd moved it forward because of the thing. And you mean I'd not really? That was a win for me. Just in that little moment, just before. Because if it had been run, I'd have thought, yes. Still, it's one of them like get out of bed late and then turn up to work and then nobody noticed that you turn up late to work. It's one of them sort of moments. You've done that, haven't you?
Never.
Yeah.
Don't tarnish my reputation.
But it was we put that question out. Should the 2019 Grand Prix be held at Donington or Donington? And amazing amount of recipients all saying that it should be held at Donington. Kiko, why should it not be held at Donington?
Not saying it shouldn't be held at Donington, but
so it should be at Donington. There you go. The British Grand Prix next year is going to be at Donington, everyone.
But based on the conclusion that this was called off on safety grounds because of weather, and to suggest that Donington Park...
because of track conditions, not weather. Track conditions.
Because of track conditions caused by bad weather. There is nothing to say that consistency of heavy rain throughout the day would not have washed out the British Grand Prix at Donington Park.
When the decision was taken, as BT Sport said, it actually stopped raining. There was no rain. The issue was clearing what rain
water
there was. And obviously it had been just declared a shambles by that point anyway. So everyone was just
because it was.
Yeah. But
I'm sorry, but that the MotoGP race could have gone ahead. And as long as that one goes ahead...
Well, technically it could have.
Don't mean to sound a bit disrespectful to the other classes, but the MotoGP is the main event, and that is the one everyone wants to get off on time. I said in the article on Motorsport.radio...
You didn't say that, did you?
No, I said they could have run the warm-up earlier, half an hour earlier, cut it down by 10 minutes, and started the race at 9:30. Yes, it was drizzling, but then you have a flag-to-flag race. You cut the race distance down. It takes half an hour. We still get a Grand Prix. The British fans still get what they paid for, in a way. Moto 2 maybe could have been squeezed in after. As long as there's bikes on the track, you can move the water.
Well,
you could have had one race.
Race direction was asked. Of course, that question, why didn't you have one race, scrap the others because they're not important, asked one journalist, forget who it was. But obviously race direction coming back with the very sensible health and safety answer to say that, well, if it's decided to be unsafe for one class, it's unsafe for all of them. You know, you can't prioritise.
No, absolutely, safety. But it's the times of which you run the race. So the International Race Teams Association came together, and the earliest that the factory teams are happy to reconvene action was 11:30. so they could do all of their changes to bikes and whatnot. That is what was being reported on the MotoGP.com website. Commentary team, Matt Burt, Steve Day, in the morning warm-up, it was all about there wouldn't be enough time for warm-up changes to occur for the race, but that's the same for everyone. So run the race directly after warm-up. Have 10 minutes in the pits after warm-up, go back out. I honestly don't see why we couldn't have done that. Call me mad, but you do absolutely anything to get the main race off on time. Don't do Moto 2 warm-up. Don't do Moto 3 warm-up. Save that for later. But just get the main race out on time.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to sit completely on the fence on this one.
As always.
And enjoy. Well, not always. I do take a position, the sensible, correct position, as most people know. Just actually going back and looking at some of the comments from 4 days ago. It's that long ago already. It just seems like it was yesterday. But yes, to the rather cheeky question that we asked, the 2019 MotoGP British Grand Prix should be held at Donington or Donington, and many people got involved. And have you read some of these comments out already, Kiko?
I may well have.
I will go
and
you've read
find
anyway,
that specific post now.
I've got the post up anyway, and if you've already read them out, sorry, I wasn't listening. But Lynn Sage been on. She was saying yes, and I am sure Donington would have coped just as well with this weather. Not, she says. Take it from someone who has been sat in the National Pitch Straight grandstand since mid-morning. Angry face. Niall Roberts. Baragrai, sorry, Niall, for messing your name up, replies to Lynn. He gets involved. It's kicking off. He says, Lynn, I feel so sorry for you. This should have been cancelled ages ago rather than making the fans wait. Dorna, yet again, have done this, he says, on purpose to stop fans getting a refund. There's no reason why this shouldn't have been raced tomorrow. That's what Niall Roberts says on our post on Facebook. And then Joe Cruttenden, he joins in. Wow, it's all kicking off. As of 4 days ago. He says, well, yes, apart from the circuit wouldn't allow it to be raced tomorrow, ? Then Lynn Sage, she dives in and she replies to it all. He says, thanks, Niall. I think Silverstone did what they could, she said. Changed the schedule, worked on the track drainage overnight, and then tried to have a delay in the final decision. And they did do that, to be fair. They waited and waited and waited just to see if the track conditions had improved, yada, yada. We know the story. The heavy rain, she says, had stopped, but it was just drizzle. It was just drizzle, the best British type of weather.
Mizzle, a bit misty as well.
A bit misty, it was. And the thread goes on. I won't read it all. Tim Harvey, not of touring car fame, jumps on and he actually responded to the post, should it be held at Donington or Donington? He says, Snetterton 300. The driest district in the UK, over there at wherever, Norfolk, I suppose.
Is that for sense of humour?
Yeah, this is what Tim Harvey says. Good road access and close links to Europe.
Is that a good thing in Brexit Britain?
Pete Gorton replies to Tim Harvey anyway, and says, and if there's a problem during the race, the safety car tractor can come out as well. A nice little bit of Snetterton humour.
Ross Cooper has been on our live stream.
Oh, hi Ross.
I was there and there was no way they could race. The tyres could not cope. I agree.
You just said that they should have raced.
No, they should have raced when it was dry in the morning warm-up. I agree that probably between 11
Well, hang on a minute. They raced previously in equally bad, probably maybe worse conditions in previous years. Yes. Why didn't the tyres cope? Why were the tyres not coping back then?
The last wet race we had at Silverstone, Bridgestone tyres in 2015. And then you've also got to think that, Michelin aren't worse than Bridgestone. It's just different. It's a different tyre and what has different strengths and weaknesses to the Bridgestone.
And of course, MotoGP raced in what was the most wettest race so far this year? Did Argentina race?
I actually don't think we've had a full wet one.
I can't remember. I can't recall.
The last properly underwater race was Motegi last year.
Will this actually count? It won't actually count as a wet race, though, will it? It was so wet. It's not even a wet race.
It was drowned.
Yeah, it floated away. That's what Mark Adams been on suggesting possible alternatives. Now, these are what other people have been suggesting, thanks to our rather cheeky at the time suggestion.
Three Sisters International Raceway. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm sure the Wiganians up there would have.
Three Sisters.
That.
Maybe a possible destination for the road to MotoGP, the Coolfab Racing British Mini Bikes Championship. Maybe they could go to Three Sisters.
What about Glanny Gores?
Glanny Gores, that would be a good shout. As we saw earlier in the show, that was.
You can run in the wet there.
You certainly can run in the wet.
Big battle for second place. Ryan Grant has got it. Will Howard has got third as they get a drag to the line.
They've gone down.
Two have gone down. Will Howard just about, did he avoid it? Who was
that? This is very wet.
Ryan went down. They're going to run to the line. It's a 100-metre sprint and they just about get there. Two on the grass.
My goodness me.
We've decided to chuck ourselves on the floor in sympathy. Who was that? Ryan Grant, Matt
Fantastic. Coolfab Racing, the next round coming up this weekend. Yes, live from Wilton Mill. And
oh no, more rainy Northamptonshire. Oh no.
It might be hot and dry, actually. It might be, you never know. But from a fan's point of view, and by the way,
the most cost-effective round of the year because it's free.
It's free to enter. There's no fees to literally get in. If you can find out where it is, turn up and watch some brilliant racing. We don't yet know about any VIPs. We know Jake Archer said he might be popping by at some point after he's won his championship, maybe. But Brad Ray has been I think he attended Wilton Mill maybe last year, I can't remember. Previous attendees at Coolfab Racing at Wilton Mill, Ricky and Ryan on the actual full sidecar around Wilton Mill, and yes, it was as crazy as you think it was.
I bet Mick Williams couldn't beat them.
I don't even know. Tell us what you mean by that for those who don't know.
Mick Williams dominant in the sidecar class this year in the F1 sidecars in Coolfab.
Until he jinxed him.
Well, yes, until I stopped betting on him, actually.
Fair enough. Yeah, and then he's almost the Michael Schumacher of mini sidecars.
Yes, and that is a hell of an achievement.
And his passenger.
Yes, I don't know his name.
Everyone, David Pocock Lomas says, back to Donington, 4 exclamations. And Bertie Hibbard says, should go back to Snetterton, referring to where MotoGP should go next year. Scott Fraser says Croft. Scott. Cheeky. Or maybe Maz Brown says Brands Hatch. Andy Ashton taking the mick a little bit by suggesting the Circuit of Wales, which I think currently has the contract at the moment to hold the Grand Prix anyway, doesn't it? And then it outsourced it originally to Donington, and then to Silverstone. So Circuit of Wales could actually make the decision here, whoever Circuit of Wales is. They could actually say, yoink, soz, Silverstone. But yeah, we're going to actually go back to Donington now that MSV have taken over and seem to be doing a pretty good job of smartening the circuit up and extending the paddock. So you never know. Interestingly, I think I did check out on the Silverstone website as well. I was looking for pre-next year ticket sales of MotoGP, because they're two big events, F1 and MotoGP. They always advertise a year in advance, literally the next day after Formula One. You can buy next year's F1 tickets, and it's
once you've just remortgaged your second house.
Exactly, yeah. They do have a finance package, which I find hilarious. So you can literally pay it off in instalments, just 1,000 easy instalments of £20,000 each. Get it from Wonga. There you go. But
oh, don't do it from Wonga.
Anyway,
that's a bit unfortunate.
Point is that somebody observed that whether Silverstone were already selling tickets for next year's 2019 MotoGP British Grand Prix, they're not now. And if they weren't previously, they're still not. And I checked it out and verified that fact. That's
so they're currently undergoing an investigation.
Yes, they're investigating with their contractors, which I forgot the name of.
Aggregate Industries.
Yes, and I've been on their website and I checked out their press release at the time of the most recent tarmac laying, and near February it was. And I think we were actually, at Motorsport Radio, were the first attendees of the first event of the brand new tarmac at the Silverstone 24-hour event. And the tarmac there wasn't great back then, but it had just been laid, so maybe it was just, seeping water and stuff, but it wasn't great, I'll tell you that.
Problem is, with the uncharacteristically hot summer, we get a thing, right? The hot weather, or the heat, bakes the surface. So when you read about flash floods in California, that is because the side of hills and mountains have just been baked so much that when water does hit them, it can't infiltrate through the stones and everything, through the tarmac. It becomes standing water because it's an impermeable and almost, well, it is not a porous surface. It just sits there and runs off, literally like if you was to pour water onto a piece of wood that had been hardened and varnished and everything, it would just roll off. If I was to knock my jug of water over now, it literally just start flying off the table.
Yeah.
Whereas, no circuits can soak it up a bit. This is the problem we had with Silverstone. Put that in with F1 cars bottoming out in the braking areas where MotoGP's bikes are hitting the brakes. There becomes that just like there was a feature on BT Sport about it. It is completely just billiard table smooth, but impermeable. So there is nowhere for that water to go. Yeah. They did 5 trenches to try and get rid of the water overnight, Saturday night. Now, when that happens at a pretty professional race circuit that Silverstone is the home of motorsport in the UK, digging trenches on a Saturday night, you might realise you've gone a bit wrong.
I did find it quite funny that the press release at the time from February said of Stuart Pringle quoted him, and I'm paraphrasing his quote because I don't have it in front of me here, so I can't exactly quote it word for word, but he said that the new surface from Aggregate Industries should not only see lap times tumble, which to be fair, yes, they have done. There's been many lap records blitzed.
Apart from the MotoGP.
Apart from, but also as well, he said in the press release, which you can go back on, I think it's still on the Silverstone website if you just go back and type in Aggregate Industries. But also as well, it should be a great surface for water runoff as well.
The same as a swimming pool is a great surface for water runoff.
It kind of was. But anyway, you know the story. As to what happened, and interestingly, all attention after the Sunday turned to the next big bike event at Silverstone, which is only just days away, really. BSB go back to Silverstone, and one of the 2, let's say, PR gaffes that they had as one of their Facebook promotions. I saw this on Facebook anyway. I don't know if they promoted it anywhere else. One of their Facebook promotions of BSB at Silverstone had a video of Brands Hatch. Yeah. Number 1 comment was, mate, that's Brands Hatch to advertise at Silverstone. Anyway, so that
says it all.
Yes, that aside, anyway. So everyone's turning their attention now to BSB. If you don't know what's happened already, there has been some news today, in fact, because there were concerns that obviously if the track's not safe to race in the rain at MotoGP, it's a bit dodgy for Formula One, as well. But if it's not safe to race in the rain in MotoGP, surely if it rains during BSB, it's also going to have the same. You're going to have to.
Outcome.
Yeah, you're going to have to. So Stuart Higgs, I think at the time, he fired back. Maybe not so dramatically, but I think he said something along the lines of, well, BSB can adapt a lot more easily without the attention of the world TV cameras there, for example.
Yeah.
And you can, as was happened at, I think, the first round at Donington, you can literally move races around, put them on different days if you know the weather's going to be bad. or even terrible, for example, which is, what's happened already.
If you look back to the Silverstone round last year, horrendous washout for race 3.
Yeah.
I think it was only 7 finishers.
And that was mental. That really was.
Crazy.
But there was understandable concern that, if you can't really send riders out to race in the wet, potentially at Silverstone, a couple of weeks after it was declared unsafe by a lot of very influential people at MotoGP and teams and riders as well. So today, Kiko, there's been some big news.
We're racing on a national circuit, so anyone who says that Silverstone's not that good for viewing, well, guess what? You'll be able to see double the amount of action in the same amount of time. They're using the national circuit, so they'll go through Copse, up to Maggots and Beckett's. They will go right at Beckett's, back down, I think it's the Wellington Straight or National Straight, I'm not sure, into Brooklands, over to the right of Luffield, and then through Woodcote Corner. So there's only about 7 or 8 corners on that track. It's a very short one. They're saying 55 seconds will be the about lap time. So probably about a minute to start off with in times of tumble. So exciting times ahead. It's going to be an all-action British Superbike weekend coming up next week, of course.
Yeah, definitely. And because of the very dramatically shortened lap time, they've had to change again the format of the races. They've extended, obviously, the races to account for the shorter time. So you'll actually see bikes on track going around even more than you probably would have.
Exactly. I think they've gone up to 30 laps. So, you're not doing bad, really. And there's 3 races, so you'll see a lot of action.
Although some comments that did flood in to us on the initial aftermath of MotoGP and the questions that we were asking on our Facebook page and social media accounts as well, were already suggesting that because of this weekend, they wouldn't go to BSB as well, just because, if it did rain. But
that takes one bad experience. People forget this.
Yeah, it does really just take one bad experience, and hopefully, I'm going to stick up for Silverstone here and just say that. Let's just say there was no rain and the race took part. Whoever won, who would have won? That's another question for another day. But anyway, let's just say the race did actually happen. It would have been, obviously, one of the biggest highlights in all of British motorsport to have the weekend. And it is a weekend of fantastic action on track in general, because people were camping from the Wednesday, the Thursday. There was lots of events all around the track. There's fun fairs. There's rider signings and appearances. There's stage shows. There's concerts.
2 Wheels for Life, the auction.
There's all sorts of things there. You can. There's loads of amazing exclusive merchandise that you can get. You can get all your things signed by all your favourite riders there as well. So it's not just the fact that there wasn't a MotoGP race, as disappointing as that is. And yes, maybe the people who lost a lot of money, up to £1,000 in going to that weekend, as we've been hearing already previously, they would have spent their money anyway on other things like merchandise and food and accommodation and everything else. But I think it's important just to say that Silverstone, when they can put on a good show, they definitely do. Really, and for a world-class circuit, and it is still a world-class circuit and facility, let's not forget that.
Probably the best MotoGP circuit on the calendar for pure racing.
Yeah, it never disappoints, really. I wouldn't say. You always get something good out of it, and you always get big wild card riders, as we had 2 on tonight on the show as well, and that provides extra excitement for fans like ourselves as well. But yeah, certainly Silverstone is. It's sad on 2 levels. Yes, one because what happened, but also because it happened to Silverstone, and this is like watching, I suppose, like your old house burn down that you loved when maybe you grew up, as a kid, and now it's like it's going through some bad times. It's like
it's like seeing the button of that is an eye on your favourite teddy bear just whimper off. It's emotional. It shouldn't happen.
Have you got anything to
It's
share
like
with
watching us? It's like watching black pudding go out of date. It's just like, oh no.
Yeah, you definitely don't have that problem because it gets eaten before it goes out of date. We know that.
I know,
and I don't think
I think ahead.
Yeah. And just eat it. Anyway.
I do what Stuart Higgs does. I plan these things.
Exactly.
Sure,
and if I was to tell you folks that he's already planned all of the weekend's meals, where he's going to go, what he's going to buy.
I can't. I've missed the shops.
Oh.
I haven't got any bacon in. I'm not going to be able to do bacon sandwiches.
He's talking,
we'll just have to stop.
He's talking about our trip down to Cool Fab Racing at Wilton Mill, because I'll be picking him up at 6 a.m. in the morning. God,
6:15 a.m.
Whenever.
Thank you.
And he was planning on having a load of nasty, rancid bacon sandwiches stinking out my van.
Hospitality suite.
But anyway, that's something that you don't definitely care about. I just want to have a quick catch-up on any other comments that might have flooded in. A big hello to people tuned in, by the way, from Indonesia as well. We've had a big influx of Indonesian people from Indonesia as I spammed the Indonesian MotoGP group. So how would you greet people in Indonesia? I'd just say hello, basically.
Shall we have a look?
Let's have a look. Hello to Alec McFetridge as well. So my screen that is usually sort of here because I'm blind is like right over there today. So I'm going to do a Kiko.
Indonesian for hello.
Yeah.
A halo. Halo, apparently. Shall we? Hang on, if I get the old media player up.
Isn't that just like what Yorkshire people say? Hello.
No, I think that's what they've got in Formula 1. Hang on, we'll play it.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, so it's just hello. Hello. It's like the German hello.
It's like a bit of Swedish, isn't it? Hello.
Anyway, Russ Cooper's been on. Hello, Russ. Thanks for tuning on. Hello. Can't verify whether he is Indonesian.
He sounds it.
Hi, Russ. Oh, good God! It's been a trying night.
It has been so draining. If you're wondering why I'm tired, I look tired. It's because I am.
Because he didn't manage to get to the shops and buy his black pudding and bacon on time. That's why.
Just thinking about it, no bacon.
Russ Cooper's been on, and he said, "I would like to say that it will still happen at Silverstone next year, MotoGP, as they're under contract. Are they not? Well, are they not, or are they?
Well, they are. They are. But
well, is it the Circuit of Wales that's got the contract? I'm sure they actually have the contract for the British Grand Prix. And they
did until this year.
Okay.
I bet Jonathan Palmer's wetting himself, though. I bet he's rubbing his hands together thinking, whoa, come on, MotoGP, back home.
I would not be at all surprised if we start seeing news reports, that maybe MSV are looking to put in a cheeky bid, because last time they were awarded the MotoGP was before MSV took over. And maybe, my theory is that MSV, in part, took or purchased Donington Park with a view to getting these massive international events.
Indeed.
Or maybe not. Or maybe.
There are some safety things that have to go in Donington Park, though.
Yeah, like obviously drainage.
Drainage and a bit more runoff at certain areas of track.
I mean, if you're going to invest, as they have been doing brilliantly this year, and putting extra facilities in, yeah, you can extend a bit of here and there, just knock the airport down and build over that.
Well, it's only East Midlands. It is the most relevant in the UK, besides Doncaster, Sheffield, and Leeds, Bradford.
Hello, Stefan, who's been on. Hello to you and lots of other people as well. And if you've been tuned in from the very beginning.
Bless you.
Yeah, you've done really well to stick with us.
We've done well to stick with us.
I certainly, yes. As we will be re-releasing the interviews with Josh Owens and Jake Archer as well. And we'll be putting them back out on the social media so that you don't have to troll through an hour and a half of Superbike show, which is not here next week, Kiko.
Why's that?
I don't know.
You'll have to remind me.
Is it because you're going on holiday, number 4 of the year?
I'm going to Italy, yes.
Oh, that's not counted as a holiday?
Not really, no.
No.
I'm not doing work whilst I'm out there, of course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it actually holiday number?
What the Italian internet connection's like. If it is as strong as the bridge in Genoa, it probably is not going to happen. If it is as strong as, I don't know, a really badly cooked Italian carbonara, which will not cut, we might just have something. Because I've got the old Skypage on the old iPad.
Kiko Giles there, not speaking on behalf of Motorsport Radio and Motorsport Media. So he's going to, you are going to Misano at, when is that, 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
This week?
This week? I don't know.
Going on Monday for the event on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay. Right, fair enough.
Come on.
I don't know, my head's still in last week mode. I mean, it's already there anyway. And so...
Did you see, this is very important, the Misano European Formula 3.
Yes.
European Formula 3, I know I'm bringing cars into this. The European Formula 3 Championship was at Misano the other day, same weekend as MotoGP. That event was called off because of torrential rain. Ooh, have that as a teaser.
Yes, well, to be honest though, if it rains again, as much as it did in Silverstone, there's going to be questions, serious questions asked.
To why we can't run races in the wet. But, having said that, Misano was soaking last year. I mean, watching people go slip-sliding down banks was really funny. I should laugh, but it was. So, if they can get through last year, I can't see why we can't do this year. I mean, it'd have to be a hell of a lot worse. And, to be fair, it was underwater last year.
They've set a precedent now.
Depends in what condition Misano's in.
Yeah, I mean, how wet does it have to be?
They actually cancelled. In the first year, Misano was welcomed back with open arms onto the MotoGP calendar in 2007. I think the Friday was cancelled because the last corner was a lake.
Fair enough.
The last corner was like a huge, massive puddle. It was just underwater. The whole circuit was really, but I seem to remember the last corner in particular was just incredible.
Anyway, we didn't manage to read out some of the other... we did have a whole plan of stuff that we were going to talk about, but that quickly went out of the window, and I lost my place. And so, we spent a good day planning this, believe it or not, and then it all just turned to Silverstone.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, but we didn't even talk about Bautista, did we?
That could be our online thing, I think. We'll get on to that. If you don't know, Alvaro Bautista has gone to the Uber.it Ducati team in World Superbike. I'm so excited for that.
Another day, maybe we'll talk about that in a couple of weeks then. So, no Superbike show next week, or maybe even the week after. Anyway, but don't worry though, folks. Don't panic. You will still be able to enjoy Kiko Giles on the mic once more this weekend as part of the Cool Fab Racing British Mini Bikes Championship. Yes, once seen stars of the likes of stars of Mr. Jake Archer and Josh Owens and Mr. Brad Ray as well. You can enjoy the next crop of world talent, I would say, and next generation of BSB talent, as they are the official partner series to the BSB, and it's on the road to MotoGP, and it's all live, all exclusively live, right here on Motorsport Radio this weekend. And the two biggest classes, the two main classes, the MotoGP, if you like, of Cool Fab Racing is the Mini GP 70s. They also have other classes as well, which sometimes just provide just as much entertainment, just sometimes, but only when it's wet.
Big battle for second place. Ryan Grant has at the moment got it. Will Howard has got third as they get a drag to the line.
They've gone down.
Two have gone down. Will Howard just about, did he avoid it? Who was that? Ryan Grant went down. They're going to run to the line. It's a 100-metre sprint, and they just about get there. Two on the grass.
My goodness
we
me.
decided to chuck ourselves on the floor in sympathy. Who was that? Ryan Grant. Matt Birkin was the one who got second. Will Howard third. Ryan Grant, despite falling over onto the line, does not get on the podium. And Josh Birkin takes the remnants of all the debris that is scattered across the start and finish line. Sixth place will be Chris Yeomans. I don't know about you, but I think that's a stretcher for depression he wants. Not that there's any...
Motorsport Radio. The Superbike Show on Motorsport Radio.